Hey everybody, how are you? Let me get this situated. Happy Tuesday. All right. Welcome. Hello everybody. While Facebook gets things out there and lets you know that I am live, I will just do a quick introduction. We have several new people on the page here, so I'm excited that you're here. My name is Patty Diaz. I am the founder and manifestation coach with a magical twist here at Blue Moon Manifestations. I am obsessed with helping you take your life from mundane, routine, and ordinary to one of magic. And magic for me is manifestation, abundance, gratitude, intention, and clarity. And I do this through one-on-one and group coaching designed to help you live life unapologetically on your terms and create and design the life that you love and you want to live. So if this is something that resonates with you, if this is something that calls to you or it sounds fabulous, you have found the right place. I am here to help you. And I just am going to put my phone on here so I can see comments just in case they don't show up here. Hello. Because the computer can be kind of testy sometimes. So I'm just going to make sure I can see your comments and questions if there are any. So I'm here to talk to you a little bit about my new group coaching program that I have coming up. It's small group coaching program, and we just finished a challenge, a week-long challenge last week, manifesting with the moon journaling challenge, and we had such a great time. Let me shut that. There we go. Put that down. We had such a great time. So if you did not participate or did not register, sign up for the challenge, the videos are up still in the Blue Moon Magic Tribe Facebook group. They'll be up this week until Sunday. I think Sunday midnight. They will be up. You can watch the replays, check out everyone's comments, and find out, what it is that we talked about, and see if you get any tasty little tidbits or takeaways. The way it was set up, Monday, which would be day one, we talked about the new moon and what setting intentions with the new moon is. Then day two, we covered the waxing portion, the waxing half of the moon cycle with the crescent moon, the first quarter moon, and the waxing gibbous moon. Then Wednesday, day three, was all about the full moon, what you can do with manifesting and releasing, and all the goodness and juiciness of the full moon. Then Thursday, we did the last half, the second half of the lunar cycle through the disseminating moon, the third quarter moon, and the why do I always lose that last one? The balsamic moon. That's what it is. So, and then Friday we talked about lunar extras, like blue moons, what they are, how to work with them. You will notice in that video that a blue moon is what inspired my business and the name of it. There are dark moons. Some people work with the dark moon. Some lunar eclipses we talked about. So several different things that we covered in the challenge. And so, hello, Jen. Good to see you too. Happy Tuesday. So here today, I'm here to share some information with you about the intention setting starter series. It sounds so long. I think it's longer than actually the description, but it's a 3-hour series, 3 separate 1-hour calls where we actually do the work, the individual work with each other. Like I will get time with each one of you, and we do the work to get clear on what your intention or your next intention could be, what you want to work on, what you want to change, get all that sorted out, see what comes up for you as resistance, what may be blocking your intention and your manifestation of the intention, and then coming up with a very powerful and clear intention that you can then set at the next new moon. So the first week, I will be offering it to those that can attend earlier, which will be 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. Then the following week, I'm going to do a second round for people that cannot attend that early, and they will be at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. So I I want to give each group their individual time and not kind of combine them and jump back and forth between each group, because I think it's important to really hold the space for the people that are there and do the work that's needed so we can follow up and I know exactly who I've talked to and I don't have to keep straight like, oh wait, was it that group or this group? So I've separated them, knowing that not everybody can make, either an earlier or a later time. So what is this good for? What would this be? Why would this be beneficial? Because if you are someone who has maybe either gotten curious or been curious, or maybe you've been called or been kind of just having that little niggle or thought at the back of your mind that you want to set an intention with the moon, or you've always been drawn to the moon and you hear about people that manifest with the moon and set intentions and the lunar cycle and how magical it is. It is magical. So if you don't really know what that is, I want to set you up with a foundation of how to set an intention. And then beyond that, you can work through the lunar cycle with it. But you can set an intention with the moon every single new moon. There are times in between throughout the lunar cycle that you can set a new intention or tweak it or adjust it based on the work that you're doing throughout the lunar cycle. It really is, in my opinion, because this is what I do. I work with it. I use the lunar cycle as a regular tool in my life. It's so much, I don't know if fun is the right word, but it's so much more interactive than just setting a goal and saying, okay, I hope I get there. Or even if you lay out plans, it's like, okay, well, let me lay out my steps, but then what happens when something gets in the way? Or what happens when unexpected things come up? This is what the magic is for me about working with the moon. It's got built in action phases. It's got built in, take a step back and reflect the yin and the yang phases of the moon in each half of the cycle. And this gives you a way to know, okay, I'm going to really be taking action this time. Then I can take that step back and reflect. So it gives you a structure, but it's no hard and fast rules. So you can manifest and release at the full moon, or you can set an intention partway through the lunar cycle. So there's no hard and fast rules, but it gives you a guideline. It gives you a structure or a framework. And then it comes back around. So if your intention was not the right one at this time, you set a new intention at the next new moon. Or if you've made progress, then your next intention might be the next step in getting you towards your goal. If you didn't make progress yet, or you didn't make as much, maybe you need to recommit to the same intention. So it's never like it's just kind of like a rinse and repeat and like it's always the same thing. It's the process. And I want to show you in this intention setting starter, the process of setting an intention, the process of working with it and getting clear, and how to properly, what is the best way to phrase intentions, how you can identify blocks that come up. Why are your intentions not working for you? If you have already tried setting intentions with the moon. All these are things that I've, learned and figured out along the way. So I consolidated all this knowledge that I have acquired by trial and error, by learning from other people, putting it into practice and seeing what works, what feels good. And that's what I also love to share along the way is like, this is what works for me, but you try it and see if it works for you. I give you different methods of maybe visualizing instead of journaling, or vice versa, journalizing instead of visualizing. I help you figure out what will work best for you. And that is so, on this end, just seeing that and seeing you guys put it together is just as magical as setting intentions and working with the moon. So I had someone recently in this round of the challenge say, I try doing all this and I try thinking the right way and I try to phrase it just right, and then my mind goes blank when I go to set an intention. Well, during the Q&A for the challenge, I talked through it, and it's like there's just too much pressure I think she was putting on herself. So these are the types of things that we can work through in a group, support each other, cheer each other on in the small group setting. It will be on Zoom. So it'll be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of each respective week, and it'll be on Zoom. If you cannot attend live for the week that you chose, that's fine. Everybody who does sign up will be getting the replay sent to them. So, excuse me. And I will also set up a group if that is what you guys feel works best for you. It doesn't always, so I'll be in communication with email before the actual first session starts for the people that sign up. Do you want a group? Do you just want the replays? What will work best for you based on your experiences and your preferences? So it's designed as you go in that sense, but I have all the framework. And the beauty is it's short and sweet. It's 3 sessions. You can get something done. You can have a solid, powerful intention before the next new moon. And you can start visualizing. You can do pre-work, so to speak, before the actual new moon. Get into that energy of your intention. Find out how to create, figure out for yourself how to create those feelings that will attract it to you sooner. And if you don't know what that means, you will either if you go back and watch the replays of the challenge, or if you sign up for the sessions, you'll understand what it means. Feel into the energy of your intention, especially before it manifests at all, before you have anything at all tangible of your intention, feeling into the energy of that. This is something that I have been working on to get to bring to you, and I'm so excited. I hope you try it. Is there any questions? I have a couple other little talking points to check on, but I want to check in with you guys. Hi, Deanne. Good to see you. Let's see. Okay, I think we are good. Let's see. Let me get my notes a little bit prepared or moved forward so I can see what I'm going to talk about next. Yeah, so I skipped over that. If you want to work with the moon, or you've been wanting to, but you don't know what to do and you don't know how to do it, this is where you start. This is the foundation that you can use going forward every single new moon. Anytime you want to set an intention, you can elaborate or shorten or shrink this process and tailor. That's what it is. Tailor it to whatever that specific need is. So another thing is that I wanted to talk about that I jotted down very quickly and messily is that a lot of people think, well, what is this? I mean, how is this so different? What is the magic, so to speak, of working with the moon? Well, how many of you just kind of sit and stare at the moon sometimes? How many of you have always just loved the full moon, but you don't know why? The reason that it's just kind of like that, oh, the moon is so pretty, or oh, the full moon, because the moon is associated with our emotions. And that's why we set intentions with the moon, because it connects to our emotions. The sun is all about masculine energy. The moon is the feminine emotional energy. So that's why it's just automatically got this emotional connection. And emotion and feelings are really what you need to tap into to manifest your intentions, because the feeling, the excitement, the emotion, the vibration, all that gets raised as you start doing this work and you start seeing things come to life or seeing evidence of your intention getting closer, and it just taps into that emotion because the moon does. It's water. It's associated with water. That's why it affects the tides, right? And our bodies are the majority. I don't remember the percentage, but our bodies are majority water. So that's why you might have felt that inkling like, oh, I've always just loved the moon. I don't know why. Don't know what it is about the moon, but I've always loved it. That could be why. So I invite you to check it out. I will be putting the link. You can find it on a post in the page earlier. I'm going to put the link for you to check out all the information about the course, the 3-hour course, so you can check it out. Reply in the comments with any questions that you might have, any concerns or any thoughts that are not answered for you, either in the challenge videos, or if you're on my email list. I sent out some emails and I'll be sending you more information. If it's not clear, reach out to me. comment here, or you can message me if you don't want to post your comment publicly. That is absolutely okay. Message me and I will get you the information. And beyond that, once the series is done, I will be making new moon and full moon gatherings, like get togethers or events, whatever you want to call them. That's not connected to this series. I just want to let you know that that is available and will be available to you beyond that. So you can keep this practice going. It's not just like, okay, I've done it. Now I know I can apply it every time. I will make this available to you on whatever basis. You can come every now and then. You can come every time. You can do both new moon and full moons. Whatever works for you. It's very a la carte, but you can keep this practice going. You can build your momentum. You can see how much better you get at it. And then you can start right now designing the life that you love. So I'm going to leave you with a suggested practice. If you just tap into, just sit, give yourself a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you want, and forget about how much money I have to achieve this. Forget about how many resources I have available to me. What is the life of your dreams? If you were writing a movie script, or if you were writing a book or a fairy tale or something that would be just your perfect life, what is that? Start writing it out. Start seeing the details. Start feeling into what does it smell like where I'm at? Are there ocean breezes or ocean scents? Are there mountain scents like pine and soil and flowers? Or is it exotic? Or do you want to travel all the time once it is safe to do so post COVID? So what does your ideal life look like? Just start writing it out, daydreaming. Don't worry about how or when or the possibilities like, oh, I'll never be able to afford this. Just shoot that out the window and just start writing about what is it that you dream about? What do you daydream about? If anything were possible and a genie were here and gave you, unlimited wishes forever, what would you create? What kind of life would you design for yourself? And start tapping into that energy. And if you want to come back on this comment on this video and share, let me know what that is, because I'm excited to hear. And that's how you start creating it, just by getting clear on what you want. That's the very first step. You don't even have to take an action step yet, but start with doing that. Let me know what it feels like, because you can create everything that you desire. It doesn't matter how feasible your family thinks it is. It doesn't matter how feasible you even think it is right now. Just start dreaming and creating. Let me know about it, and ask yourself the question, what if? What if it were possible? If I just believed hard enough and I just let in the possibility that I can create this life that I want, what would it cost to try it? What does it cost to believe that? Just start with that. And if that does not, connect or resonate with you, that's okay. But then weigh that against staying here where you are now and maybe not loving the job you have, maybe wanting to live in a different apartment or a different city, and you're just feeling like, okay, so you can open your mind to possibility, right? Open your mind and give it a try and say, what if I just try this thing and I get all the way to where I want, or part way to where I want? Or you can stay here on this side and be like, okay, well, I didn't really think it was possible, so I'm just going to stay here and continue wishing on a star. Like the post says, you can wish on a star, or you can set intentions with the moon and actually make things happen. So that's what I came to talk to you guys about today. Where am I at here? Didn't want to go too long. I don't see any questions. I'm about 20 minutes. That's not too bad. I wanted to keep it less than half an hour. If you guys come up with any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My inbox is always open, as I like to say. And look for some information. I will again put the link to the information page, with all the details in the comments here as soon as I'm off of this live. And I hope to hear from you and I hope to see you there. You guys have a great rest of your day. And I will be back this Friday pulling cards. I did not get to it last week because I was getting the challenge stuff all wrapped up. So just pulling cards this week for fun, like our regular previous Fridays have been. So 3:30-ish p.m. on Friday, 3:30 Pacific, right here on the page. And I will pull some cards for you if you like. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Bye. Take care. Let's see. Turn this off. Have a great day, guys.